There are times when events of the distant past have an impact on current events. This very past can even save our lives today. This is what happened to a Serbian Roma who fought in distant wars of the past. Shortly before the outbreak of World War I, two more wars broke out in Europe, which were called the Balkan Wars. In the First War in 1912, Serbia, Bulgaria, Montenegro, and Greece fought against the influence of the Ottoman Empire, which by this time had weakened, started to lose its influence, and disintegrated. The so-called Balkan Union launched an offensive against the Turks in October 1912. At the very beginning of the war, there was a rather large and very interesting in its results battle near the North Macedonian town of Kumanovo on October 24th. The first Serbian and Western Turkish armies clashed. The Serbs were initially confident of victory, having a numerical advantage. However, on the march during the advance, they received an unexpected blow from the rear. The plan of the Turks could be called brilliant. Under the cover of fog, they dealt the Serbian army a very sensitive blow. Serbian soldiers were falling down under bullets, fleeing from their positions. Panic was spreading to more and more units. Things could have ended rather badly if it had not been for one Serbian soldier. Ahmed Ademovic, a 39-year-old Serbian Roma regimental musician, first tried to shoot back at the Turks who were advancing from all sides. At one point, his rifle jammed, and his only weapon was the regimental trumpet. With this weapon, he did much more than he could have done, even with a fully working rifle. Ahmed remembered that he had heard Turkish regimental signals once before, the sign of Turkish retreat he had heard the day before, for the first time in his life, because although the Serbian army had been defeated, one wing of the Turkish army had retreated on October 23rd under pressure from the Ujikans. Without thinking long, Ahmed Ademovic threw on a Turkish uniform, put a red Turkish cap on his head, and passed unnoticed into the Turkish rear. There he raised his trumpet and began to play the signal to retreat. The Turks obediently obeyed the command. But Ahmed did not stop there. He threw off the enemy's uniform and this time played the Serbian signal to attack. Guided only by the signals of one trumpeter, the Turks began to retreat and the Serbs to push them back. Although a few minutes ago the situation was the opposite, the Serbs won this battle. Of course, the victory was a consequence not only of playing the trumpet of the brave trumpeter, but also of the coordinated actions of the Serbian army. Well, Ahmed Ademovic, for his feat, was awarded the Order of the Star of Karageorge with swords. The Ottoman Empire, as a result of the war, lost all territories in the Balkans except Albania. The island of Crete went to Greece. After the war, the hero returned to his hometown of Leskovaca in southern Serbia. He did not remove the award until the end of his life. His fellow citizens were very proud of their fellow countrymen and gave him the most honorable place at all celebrations. One of the streets in Leskovac was named in his memory. According to one legend, the order he received during World War II saved Ahmed Ademovic's life. The fascists who occupied his town began to exterminate Serbian Roma. When they entered Ahmed's house, they saw the order on the wall. When they found out what its owner was famous for, they decided not to touch the hero and left his home. Unfortunately, on December 3rd, 1941, the Nazis executed both of Ademovic's sons in the Arapova Valley on the outskirts of Leskovec, along with several hundred other Roma. Since then, Ahmed Ademovic never picked up a trumpet again. A German officer entered the Roma house and noticed on the old man's jacket the Karađorđevi star, the most important Serbian order, which was also respected by the Germans. The German takes him aside, but the same officer sends his children to be shot in cold blood. From then until his death, the trumpeter and hero of the Battle of Kumanovo did not play the trumpet. Ahmed himself lived until 1962 and died at the age of 92. His deed as an example is included in some military textbooks. Subscribe to the channel to not miss new videos and put like